Hello everyone, welcome back in Science Family. Today edition you are going to correct National Examination of Chemistry done on 20 July 2026. This is Ordinary Level National Examination of Chemistry. This is a instruction to the candidate. First one, this is the second, the third one. This paper consists of three sections, A, B, and C. Section A attempt all questions. Section B attempt only three questions. Section C attempt only one question. The fourth, you don't need a periodic table. Five, silent non-improbable calculator may be used. We use blue or black pen. For multiple choice questions, circle a letter corresponding to the correct answer. The next question from section B and C should be answered in the reserved space at the end of each section. Okay, this is some instructional to the candidate. Maybe you are preparing for national examination done on 2026-2027. This video will help you. Make sure you watch until the end. Let's start by section A, attempt all question. Question 1. Atoms acquire stability by losing, gaining, or sharing valence electrons. I. What is the meant by electronic stability of an atom? A. The atom has an equal number of proton and electron. No. This statement atom has the equal number of proton and the electron. Yes, every atom to have equal number of proton and electron, but this does not mean electronic stability. B. The atom has a full outer shell of electrons by following the octet or duty rule. This statement is correct. This is the best option because this statement explains electronic stability. Atom has full outer shell of electron by following octet. Octet is like a noble gas where in the outermost shell we have maximum 8 electron. If element have 8 electron in outermost shell, means that that element is stable. Or the duty rule means that in the outermost shell it have 2 electrons. For example, helium, like a helium. Do you understand? Okay. Let's see, the atom has an equal number of proton and neutron in the nucleus. This statement is not correct. The number of proton not equal to the number of neutron. The atom has lost all its electrons to become positive ion. This statement is correct, but is not explained, or it is not the meaning of electronic stability of an atom. Let's continue to the I2. In the first one, the best option is B. I2, which one of the following atom becomes stable by sharing electrons in a covalent bond? A covalent bond is bond between nanometal and nanometal. Potassium. Potassium is metal, means that this is not correct. B. Magnesium is metal. C. Helium is noble gas. D. Nitrogen. The first nitrogen is diatomic, means that between nitrogen we have triple bond. Those bond between nitrogen and nitrogen is what we call covalent bond. The covalent bond sharing electron means that the best option is D, nitrogen. Let's continue by I3. I3, which one of the following atoms becomes stable by gaining electrons in an ionic bond? Ionic bond is a bond between metal and non-metal. Which one of the following atoms becomes stable by gaining electron in ionic bond? If a ionic bond is a bond between metal and non-metal, metal lose electron in order to gain stable, but non-metal gain electron in order to be stable. Means that A is a non-metal, fluorine. B, lithium is a metal. C, sodium is a metal. D, calcium is a metal. These metals lose electron in order to be stable. Only one non-metal gain electron in order to be stable. Means that the first one is the best option. Let's continue to the second question. Match each description in the left column with its corresponding chlorine compound in the right column of the table. I. A salt found in a Lauda bridge is the higher effective at killing bacteria and virus. Which one? This one matches 2C, sodium hypochlorite. Sodium hypochlorite. Okay, means that here is C. Okay, I2. Non-flammable, non-biodegradable organic chemical that negatively impact the environment and contribute to ozone layer depletion is what? Is this one? B. Chlorofluorocarbon, CFC. Here is B. Yes. Okay, I3, a compound used in manufacture of plastic objects like water pipe, chairs, tables, among others. This one match to a vinyl chloride. Here is A. Okay. I1 match to C, I2 match to B, I3 match to A. Let's continue by question 3. Fill in the blanks of the following sentence with terms provided. Each term shall be used once. Acidic, basic, salt. Let's start on I3. A solution with a pH value greater than 7 is... On the pH scale, we have number from 0 up to 14. From 0 up to 7 is what we call acidic. From 7 up to 14 is what we call basic or alkaline. Means that a solution with pH value greater than 7 is called, means that is pH from 7 up to 14 is called basic. Here we put basic. Basic. You see? Okay, a solution with a pH value less than 7 is said to be, means that is a pH from 0 up to 7. This one is what we call acidic. Acidic. Are you together? If you have any question, please type in comment. A solution with a pH value equal to 7 is considered as this last one, salt. Salt. You see in marking guide. Question 1B, I2D, I3H, I match to C, I2 match to B, I3 match to A, 3, salt, acidic, and basic. Okay, let's continue to the next question, question 4. Answer with true or false each of the following statements about the types of chemical reaction. The reaction of calcium carbonate in gas to form calcium oxide in solid and carbon dioxide in gas. Is example of simple displacement reaction? No. This statement is false because simple displacement reaction is the reaction where single element replace element in compound to form new product. Means that the correct formula of simple displacement reaction is, for example, A, react with B and C to form AC and B. This is what we call simple displacement reaction. You see, this calcium carbonate to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide is what we call decomposition. Need heat in order to decompose this compound. Let's continue to the means that this is fast. Let's continue to the next. A reaction in which energy is released is known as isothermic reaction. Yes, this is correct. This is true. A reaction in which energy is released is exothermic, but a reaction in which energy is absorbed is what we call endothermic reaction. Okay. I3, a reaction of ammonia react with hydrogen chloride to form ammonium chloride is an example of combination. Yes, because these compound and these are compound combined together to form single compound. Okay, this is true. Question 5. Substance in solution exists as electrolyte and non-electrolyte. I, a substance that never produces ion when dissolved in water is called the substance that does not produce ion when dissolved in water is this one, non-electrolyte. Non-electrolyte does not produce any ions. Okay. I3, I2, which of the following substance is strong electrolyte in aqueous? Urea, A, is non-electrolyte, means that does not produce ion. B, glucose is non-electrolyte, means that does not produce any ion. D, ethanol is non-electrolyte, means that does not produce any ion. But C, sodium chloride, is electrolyte, what we call strong electrolyte, to produce many ions. It completely when dissolved in water. Means that the best option is this one, C. Okay. I3, which of the following substance is in an electrolyte in aqueous solution? Hydrochloric acid is strong electrolyte. Sodium chloride is strong electrolyte. Acetic acid is a weak electrolyte. D, glucose is what we call non-electrolyte. Okay. Question 6. Circle letter corresponding to correct answer. Organic compound can be identified in different ways. I. What is the general formula of saturated hydrocarbon? The correct formula of saturated hydrocarbon is this one, A. Saturated hydrocarbon is the compound containing hydrogen and the carbon with single bond, like alkane. Alkane, it has single bond. Cn hydrogen to N plus 2. Okay. I2, which of the following formula is correct for N-pentane? Pentane means that 5 carbon. And means that easy. Alkane means that they have single bond. Let's start from here. A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it have blanch. You see, meaning that this naming this compound is 2-methyl pentane. B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is hexane. C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this one is pentane because they have double bond. D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is pentane. This is the correct option. You see? Let's continue to I3. Which of the following physical methods is mostly likely used to obtain methane from crude oil? Filtration? No. Decantation? No. Pasteurization? No. The best option is the fractional distillation. Question 7. Alcohol constitute an important class of organic compound. I. What is the correct IUPAC name for compound B, A, given below? We have this one. The first, we search a parent chain. Parent chain is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see? Means that we have 4 carbon, what we call butane. And then we are going to start from where we reach to the functional group easier. We are going to start here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see? Means that these all as a functional group of alcohol is on the 2 position. Means that we naming this compound as butane 2-ol because this ol is on the position of 2 on the carbon 2. The best option is this one, butane 2-ol. This A, butane 4-ol, is not correct because we can start where we reach on the functional group IRI. The B, butane 2N, this N means that is alkane. It is not alcohol like this C. Let's continue to I2. What is the gas C formed when glucose is converted into ethanol in absence of oxygen according to the equation? Glucose in the presence of Alzheimer's, we get this alcohol and C is carbon dioxide. Let's see, you see in the marking guide, you see? You see in marking guide, you see carbon dioxide, okay? Let's continue to the next question. I3. Which one of the following is a true use of ethanol? I. Fertilizer to improve soil equality. No. B. An agent to generate electric power. No. C. An antiseptic and disinfectant. This is correct. This is the use of ethanol. D. It is used in a fire extinguisher. No. The substance used in a fire extinguisher is carbon dioxide. Okay. Question 3. Classify each of the following mixture as homologous or heterologous using table. Homologous mixture is the mixture mixed perfectly. Oil and water. Oil and water, it is not mixed. This is heterogeneous. B, salt and sand does not mix completely. This is heterogeneous mixture. C, sugar and water. This solution can mix completely. This one is what we call homogeneous mixture. D, beans and wheat flour. This is not mixed. This is heterogeneous mixture. Okay. You see, oil and water, so heterogeneous as A. B, salt and sand is heterogeneous. C, sugar and water is homogeneous. D, beans and wheat flour is heterogeneous. Let's continue to the next question. Question 9, fill in the blanks of the following sentence using terms provided below. Each term shall be used once. Greenhouse gas, nitrogen gas, dust particles, and carbon dioxide. I dash dash create an innate medium in air, that is why without it mostly chemical processes would lead to explosion. What is this? Okay. This is nitrogen gas. Nitrogen gas. I2 dash dash is raw material in photosynthesis, a process by which green plants make their own food. This one is carbon dioxide. I3 excess dash dash in the atmosphere reduce visibility by making movement difficult. This one is that particle. Dust particle. Particles. You see, IV global temperature is due to an increased concentration dash dash this one last greenhouse gas in atmosphere. Green house. Greenhouse gas. 10. An balanced reaction equation produces a compound D and water as follows. We have magnesium oxide in gas, reactive hydrogen nitrate in aqueous to produce D and water. I. Which law is violated when a chemical equation is not balanced? Avogadro's? No. Dalton's? No. Praston's law? No. This one, Lavoisier law of conservation of matter. The mass of reactant must be equal to the mass of product. I2, which hinted below, are known to change in chemical reaction. Is a number of charge? No. Is the number of atoms? No. Is a state of matter of substance? Yes. D. Is the mass of substance? No. The correct is C. Okay. I3. The correct chemical formula of compound D. Compound D. Magnesium oxide and hydrogen nitrate. This is double displacement reaction, means that these replace. Change magnesium match to this nitrate and H match to O produce water, means that D is magnesium nitrate. Magnesium nitrate. Nitrate is a radical, it have one variant. Magnesium to have two variants, means that this nitrate have two from magnesium. The correct answer is this one, B. B. magnesium nitrate. IV, what is the correct set of stoichiometric coefficient for above equation? This is the number of variants. Here we have one in magnesium, here we have one in magnesium. Oxygen, we have 1, and this is 3, we have 4 oxygen. 2 times 3, we have 6 oxygen, and this one 7 oxygen. We can multiply by 2 here. We get 2 hydrogen. Here we have 2 hydrogen. We have 2 nitrogen. Here we have these 2 multiply 2 here and then get 2 nitrogen. These 2 times 3, we get 6 oxygen and this one 7. 2 times 3, we get 6 and this one 7 oxygen. Here 1 magnesium, 1 magnesium. This is the balanced reaction. In the reactant, we have 1, 2. In the product, we have 1, 1. Okay. 1, 2 to produce 1, 1. This is the best option. Question 11. Match each oxide in the left column with its best corresponding reactivity in the right column of the table below. We have oxide and reactivity with acid or base. I. Potassium oxide. Potassium oxide is the basic oxide. Basic oxide react with both acid and base? No. Does not react with neither acid nor base? No. Basic oxide react with acid to form salt and water? Yes. I match to C. I2, sodium dioxide, sulfur dioxide is acidic oxide. It match to D, react with base or alkalis to form salt and water. I3, aluminium oxide is amphoteric oxide. React with acidic and basic. It have both properties of acidic and basic. IV, carbon monoxide is a neutral oxide. Does not react neither acid nor base. It match to B. This is B, sorry. Question 12. Answer with true or false for each the following statement about of state of matter. I. The process of converting water vapor into water drops refers to condensation. Yes, this is true. I2. The process burning wood into ash is a physical change. No. This is the permanent change. We call it is a chemical change, not physical change. I3. The particle in gas have strong force of attraction between them. This is why they are very far apart of one another. This is fast because if we have a strong force attraction between them, they are close together, not very far apart. The gas, it have weak force attraction, very weak force attraction between them. That is why they are very far apart of another. IV, brass says, is an alloy, a mixture of copper and zinc metals. This alloy contains 15 grams and 25 grams of copper and zinc, respectively. Therefore, the percentage of copper in this mixture is 37.5%. That is true. Question 13. An atom of element E is represented by the following chemical symbols. E, element 9, atomic number 19, atomic mass. A, Z. This is A. Sorry. Here, this is Z. Okay. in which the following is correct electron configuration. In order to write electronic configuration of A, we use this number of atomic Z is 9, means that the electron configuration this one 2, 7. I2 complete the following table with number of particles for the atoms of element F and G. We have atom F and G. We have electron, proton, neutron, and mass number. The first one, what we must know is that the number of electron must be equal to the number of proton. Means that from A here, if we have the 12 as a number of proton of F, means that is equal to the number of electron. You see? And also on G, this number of electron must be equal to the number of proton. Here we have 16. Okay. Neutron and mass number, we have formula what we call A is equal to the Z plus N. A is mass number or atomic mass. Z is the number, atomic number or number of electron or number of proton. N is neutrons. If we have a number of neutrons is 14, and we have number of proton or electron is equal to the 12. Mass number is equal to the what? We take this one, add to this one, addition. We get 26. 26, you see? Okay. And then we have mass number and we have number of proton and electron. What is the number of neutron? By using this formula, number of neutron is equal to the mass number minus atomic number or number of proton or number of electron. We have 36 negative 16. 16. We get what? We get 20. 34, sorry. 34. 34 negative 16, we here 2. We get what? This is means that the number of neutron is 18. Okay. Let's continue to the question 14. The setup below was used to study the movement of gas molecules. A white disk was formed where the two gases, ammonia and hydrogen chloride, have mixed. We have cotton wool socket in ammonium solution and we have cotton wool socket in a concentrated of hydrochloric acid solution. The distance moved by ammonium solution is 10 centimeter and the distance moved by hydrogen chloride or hydrochloric acid solution is x centimeter. I. Which of the following statement correctly describe the gram zero of diffusion of gas? Gram zero of diffusion of gas. A. The rate of diffusion of gas is directly to the square root of its molar mass. No. It is not directly. B. The rate of diffusion of gas is directly proportional to its molar mass. No. C. The rate of diffusion of gas is inversely proportional to its molar mass. No. D. The rate of diffusion of gas is inversely proportional to the square root its molar mass. Yes, this is the correct. This is what we call gram zero diffusion of gas. I2, the molar mass of three gases, ammonia, hydrochloride, hydrogen chloride, and carbon dioxide, are 17, 36.5, and 44 respectively. What is the correct order of their increasing rate of diffusion? We have the formula of gram zero of diffusion, means that rate of, this is the rate of ammonia is equal to the square root of 1 over molar mass of ammonia. Means that if we have a higher molar mass, if the molar mass increase, rate decrease. If a molar mass decrease, the rate increase. If a molar mass increase, the rate decrease. Means that if you have higher molar mass, means that we have rate of diffusion, lower rate of diffusion. That is why the rate of diffusion starts with carbon dioxide, and then hydrochloric, and then ammonia. Let's see, carbon dioxide, hydrochloric, and ammonia. Yes, B is the correct answer, you see. Yes. I3, determine the distance at which the white disk is formed from cotton wool socket in a concentrated of hydrochloric acid. We have rate of ammonia. This is ammonia, sorry for writing, over the rate of hydrochloric acid is equal to the square root of molar mass of, here is the hydrochloric, over molar mass of ammonia. Molar mass of ammonia we have is, ammonia have 17. Molar mass of hydrochloric we have 36.5. And the rate of ammonia is this one, 10 centimeter. Here is 10. Rate of X, here is X. Rate of hydrochloric acid is X. We don't know. And then you calculate. Here is 10, here is the X. And the molar mass of hydrochloric acid is 36.5 and the ammonia is 17. And then you calculate, you get this one, X equal to 6.82 centimeter. Okay. Let's continue to the question 15. During acidic basic titration, the required acid and base solution must be prepared. I answer with true or false. Why the directing concentrated sulfuric acid is rule is always add water to the concentrated sulfuric acid, never acid to the water. Okay, this is the first, is not correct. Let's continue to I2. Explain the law of acid-base indicator during acid-base titration. The law of acid-base indicator is this one, show the color change at the end point of titration. Okay, I3. Calculate molarity of solution prepared by using 0.444 gram of calcium chloride in 654 milliliter of solution. Atomic mass: chlorine is equal to 35.5 and calcium is equal to 40. We use the formula for molarity: mass over molar mass times volume, or number of mole over volume. We have the molar mass of calcium chloride, and then this is the volume, and then calculate where you get this solution. Okay, let's continue to the section B. This is the following grid show a section period table. The data used are not true symbol for chemical element studied, and then answer the question that flow. This is the periodic table. What was the mean of triad according to GW variants? The group of three elements with similar chemical properties in which atomic mass of a middle element is approximately the average of other two. Okay, this is the best answer. Let's continue. Which one of the following pairs of elements belong to the same period? Okay. M. Let's see on a period 2. Period 2 we have L and K are the same period. P, G, and H are in the same period 3. Okay, we have element M and P, no. Element L and H, no. Element M and L, no. The element G and H are in the same period of 3, period number 3. Which of the following is correct electron configuration of H? H, they have atomic number of 15, means that we have 2, 8, 5. Okay, that is why this is the best answer. Which of the following element becomes electron stable, like in noble gas, after losing 2 electrons? Element L. Where is L? L is this one. L gain 4 electron, not lose 2 electron. Let's see H and M. H gain 2 electron, not lose electron. M lose 1 electron. G only lose 2 electron because in a group 2. In outermost shell it have 2 electron only. V, predict the correct structure of a compound formed between atoms of element G and H. G it have 2 variants, and H it have 3 variants. See here, in the outermost shell we have 5 electron. In the 5 electron you have 3 only free electron, means that this group it have variance 3, and the G it have 2 variants, and then cross product H to get 2 and G to get 3. You see, means that the best option is C. Okay, let's continue today. The flow chart below shows some reaction of carbon compounds studied, and then answer the question that flow. Carbon V oxide react with water, it form acidic solution. This acidic solution is called N. Burning magnesium. Carbon oxide react with water, it have carbonic acid or hydrogen carbonate. Okay, carbon oxide burning magnesium means that in carbon oxide react with magnesium, we get magnesium oxide and carbon. Magnesium oxide react with water, we get alkaline solution called magnesium hydroxide. Okay, N is carbonic acid, P is magnesium oxide, Q is magnesium hydroxide. Write a Barron's chemical equation that forms the alkaline solution Q. Okay, let's see the correct answer here. Carbonic acid, magnesium oxide, and magnesium hydroxide. The equation magnesium oxide reactive water to form magnesium hydroxide. Okay. Test both N and Q. N is hydrochloric acid and Q is magnesium oxide. Okay, magnesium hydroxide. Using litmus paper, when we take a blue litmus paper, put in N, put in hydrogen carbonate, the blue litmus paper turns to red, means that is acidic. And the Q, magnesium hydroxide, if you put red litmus paper and magnesium hydroxide, red litmus paper turns to blue, means that is the alkaline. Okay. If you have any question, please type in comment. If you're enjoying this video, if you are helpful, please subscribe and like and share to your colleagues. Okay. Let's continue to the question 18. The flow chart below present the loads of formation of some salt. Study it and their answer question that flow. We have calcium, add hydrogen chloride. If we take calcium react with hydrogen chloride, we get calcium chloride and hydrogen. And here we have calcium added to hydrogen nitrate. Means that calcium react with hydrogen nitrate, we get calcium nitrate as U and hydrogen. You see? If you take calcium nitrate react with sodium carbonate, this is double displacement exchange, means that calcium nitrate change to carbonate, we get calcium carbonate and sodium nitrate. Okay, and then calcium carbonate, if it in the presence of heat, we get calcium oxide and carbon dioxide as gas X. Okay, I give the chemical formula for main product T, U, V, and W. T is calcium chloride, U is calcium nitrate, V is calcium carbonate, W is calcium oxide. I to write a Barron's chemical equation to show how the compound U and gas S are formed. Okay, I3 write a Barron's equation to show how W and gas X are formed. V describe the chemical test you could use to distinguish between gas S and X. Gas S is hydrogen, X is carbon dioxide. State reagent used and expected observable change. Let's see full answer of that question. Question 18. T is calcium chloride, U is calcium nitrate, V is calcium carbonate, W is calcium oxide. The equation between showing how this gas S and U formed calcium reactive hydrogen chloride to form calcium nitrate and hydrogen as a gas. This is gas S, this is U. I3 calcium carbonate in the presence of heat we decompose to calcium oxide as W and carbon dioxide as X. IV chemical test used to distinguish gas S and gas X. Gas S is hydrogen and gas X is carbon dioxide. The first we use reagent lime water. Lime water, if you put in gas S or in hydrogen, does not change. But if we put lime water in carbon dioxide, turns lime water milky or other method. Okay. Reagent growing sprint. If we use growing sprint in gas S, hydrogen, we get pulp sound. But if we grow sprint in carbon dioxide, no change. Okay. Let's continue to the question 19. Yeah. Question 19. Consider the waste management hierarchy diagram below and answer the question that follow. We have prevention, minimization, reuse, recycle, energy recovery, and disposal. I. Which of the following terms best means energy recover any waste management hierarchy? The C is the best option, waste to energy. Okay. I2. Match each description in the left column with its best corresponding waste management state in the right column of table below. We have description and waste management. First, aluminium cans have been used after a certain time, then are corrected, sorted, melted down, and remanufactured into new use of object. This is recycle. We call it recycle. Okay. A plastic jerrycan containing fuel, after the fuel is consumed, the jerrycan is washed and used again for multiple times to store water or other liquid. This is what we call reuse. We call it reuse, okay? 3. Contaminated medical syringes are placed in a appropriate landfill to avoid their leakage into soil. This is disposal. Non-recyclable waste is burned under controlled condition. The heat produced generates steam with a driver turbine to produce electricity. This is what we call energy recovery. Choose to use digital document instead of printing paper. This is prevention, as you see here. Okay. Answer with true or false each of the following statement. Recycling increase environment pollution. Justify your answer. This is false because recycling reduces waste by producing new product from old one. B. Prevention is the most environment preferable option in the waste management process. Justify your answer. This is true. Prevention stop waste generation and avoid waste in the environment. Let's continue to the question 20. Consider the electrolysis of copper to sulfate solution. Okay. I state the 4 types of ion present in solution during electrolysis copper to sulfate solution. Those ions, what we call copper 2 plus, sulfate ion, hydrogen ion, and hydroxide ion. I2. With relevant equation, predict the products of electrolysis at both anode and cathode if I. Participating electrodes of copper are used, B. Innate electrodes of platinum are used. I3. Give any 2 application of electrolysis. Let's see below the full answers of that question. Question 20. Ion present in ion present in a copper 2 sulfate solution. We have copper 2 plus, hydroxide ion, hydrogen ion, and sulfate ion. I2 equation for cathode and anode. Copper electrode, anode we have this one, and cathode we have this one. B. Platinum electrode, anode we have this one, cathode we have this one. The application of electrolysis, the first is electroplating. Second, extraction of metal. Third, purification of metal refuse. Let's see the section C. Attempt only one question. Question 21. This question concerns the formation and physical property of inorganic salt. Which of the following acids forms only normal salt? This is A. Hydrochloric acid or hydrogen chloride. I2. Identify an acid salt from the following list. This is C. Sodium hydrosulfate, hydrogen sulfate. I3. Which of the following is diabasic acid? This is the hydrogen sulfate. IV. Which of the following is a normal salt? This is B. Potassium nitrate. V. Which of the following is correct physical property of inorganic salt? This is B. They conduct electricity in molten and aqueous salt. IV. Give the chemical formula or name for a compound present with each of the letter A, B, C, D, A. A. This one is aluminum nitrate. B. Acid. It comes from acid hydrogen nitrate, and base aluminum hydroxide. Next is potassium sulfate. In a salt formula is this one. It comes from the acidic formula hydrogen sulfate and base formula potassium hydroxide. IV, IV, VII complete the following equation with correct formula product A24 and byproduct 3,5 formed when each of the following salt is decomposed on action of heat. A. Ammonium nitrate. In the presence of heat, we get nitrogen oxide and water. B. Ordinate use. B. Sodium nitrate. In the presence of heat, we get sodium nitrate and oxygen. C. Sodium hydrogen carbonate. In the presence of heat, we get sodium carbonate and carbon dioxide and water. Okay. Let's go to the last question. Question 22. The following table gives some more information about the major component of crude oil. Study it and then answer the question that follow. I. Name physical method that could be used to separate mixture of crude oil component. This is fractional distillation. I. Which of the following component above condenser fast? This is bitumen. I3. Which of the following component above has more carbon atoms than others? This is bitumen. Okay. IV. State the process which is used to convert larger fractional molecules into smaller, more useful. This is called cracking. Okay. V. Which component among above ones is more likely to be used in A. Jet fuel airplane? Is this one kerosene? Kerosene is used in jet fuel or airplane. B. Rods concentration, we use what we call bitumen. Okay. IV. Which one of the following fuel types is produced from decomposition animals within biodigester? Is this one C? Biogas. Okay. IV. The following reaction equations show process by which many repeating molecules of P are combined to form long chain Q at higher pressure and temperature. You see, this is P, this is Q. Fill the brackets of the following statement using these appropriate terms. A. For molecule P, P is what we call chloroethane. Ethane means ethane, number is 2 carbon. This N means that it have double bond and this chlorine, chloroethane. B. Due to the double displacement present in P, it is known as unsaturated compound. C. Polychloroethane is the name for long chain molecule Q. D. The process by which the long chain molecule Q is formed from P is called polymerization. E. One of use of Q is making water paper. Okay, this is the full answer of that question 22. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please, if you have any question, type in comment. If you're enjoying this video, type in like and subscribe, and then share your corrects. Thank you so much. See you next video. Thank you.